Fisheries Case Study, A Fisher Person's Tale. The 2nd of July, 1992, a day that I will never forget, the day the Canadian government closed the 500-year-old northern cod fishery. I had been an inshore fisherman for 20 years, fishing from Petty Harbour, a tiny settlement on Newfoundland's east coast. The cod moratorium threw me and 40,000 other people out of work. Faced with a bleak and uncertain future, I had to choose whether to stay and hope for cod stocks to rebuild, or leave to find work elsewhere. I chose to stay and to use my time to work to change the path we were following. Since the moratorium, I have taken advantage of every opportunity to tell the story of what happened here. My main goal has been to warn others of the dangers of overfishing and the inappropriate use of technology and the social consequences of ruined fisheries. This quest has taken me across our own country to Nicaragua, New Zealand, Icteria, and Alaska. For several years, I was supported by the United Nations Eco-Volunteer Program. A worldwide problem. I have learned that overfishing is a worldwide problem. In New Zealand, orange ruffly stocks have been seriously depleted by industrial dragger fleets. Nicaraguan lobster stocks are in great trouble because foreign boats can purchase licenses and fish virtually unrestricted. Fishing people in Icteria have seen declining catches in inshore waters and say they need larger boats and more nets to fish further offshore. I remember hearing Newfoundlander fishermen say the same thing as they watched their catches decline through the 1980s. In 1993, I attended the United Nations Conference on Straddling and Highly Migratory Fish Stocks in New York. There I was able to share my story directly with the delegates from all over the world who had gathered to negotiate a binding treaty to end overfishing on the high seas. I asserted that it was not only foreign but also domestic overfishing that was destroying the stocks. Our own fisheries management practices had contributed to the collapse of the cod. A unique problem. Petty Harbour is unique for its protected fishing area, established in 1961, which bans bottom, gillnets, and longlines. This enables more people in the community to fish and prevents the fishing grounds from being decimated by ghost nets, gill nets that are lost and continue to fish indiscriminately and indefinitely. Growing up with the protected fishing area and seeing firsthand the benefits provided to my community has led me to believe that establishing marine protected areas is essential for future sustainability. Fish need sanctuaries to reproduce and grow without human interference, and without them, stocks will continue to decline worldwide. As one fisherman in my community said, "If you killed all the mothers, there wouldn't be any babies, would there? If we continue to drag the sprawling spawning grounds, there soon will be no young fish to replenish the population." Northern cod stocks have begun to recover, although much more slowly than the Government of Canada predicted. But I continue to have grave concerns for the future of the fishery and coastal communities. Facing reality. As a global society, we have not addressed the issues that are essential to ensuring the future sustainability of fisheries and coastal communities. We know more about the surface of the moon than the ocean bed. Factory freezer trawlers and draggers still fish the world's oceans, and we still have not admitted to, or even assessed, the ecological and social damage they cause. We still can manage fish on a species-by-species basis, rather than using a holistic, integrated ecosystem approach. We still blame the seals for the collapse of the cod. We are allowing the privatization of fisheries resources to benefit a very few. And the multinationals are getting richer, and coastal communities are dying. Question number 1. Bernard Martin sees overfishing as a global problem. Give 2 examples to support this viewpoint. Question 2. What are 3 practices, according to Bernard Martin, that have led to the collapse of fish stocks worldwide? Number 3. Describe 2 recommendations that you would make to the Government of Canada to protect our fish resource.